Amy Forts, you are one of the chef ambassadors for 2017 for the South Carolina Department of Agriculture.
Yes, ma'am.
What an honor.
It is.
In the midst of all that, you've had a baby and opened a third restaurant.
Yes, it's been a hectic year, but a great one.
And originally, you thought you were going to be a doctor or something and went to
Yes.
school at some early crazy age.
Yes, I graduated high school. I started I did AP courses my junior and senior year to get ready for the medical field. I wanted to follow in my mom's footsteps, and got into community college and started going to school and realized it wasn't for me. And I was out for one term, and my dad said, "You need jobs or you are out of here." And so I started working at a restaurant and a supermarket, and that's how I started cooking.
But they didn't let you cook. They had you washing dishes.
Yes, they had me starting washing dishes because I was only 16 and I was this little 4'9" peanut, who could barely get around the kitchen. But I hated cleaning, and so I kept asking, "What do you need? What can I do for you? What can I get? What is that? What is this? What is this ingredient?" And started learning that way and decided that culinary school was what I wanted to do. So I went to community college in Western New York, Niagara County Community College, and got my full, 2-year culinary arts degree. And came down to North Carolina to visit my sister, who was active duty Marine Corps in Camp Geiger, right outside of Jacksonville. And so we visited Charlotte because they just opened
Of
Johnson
course.
and Wales. And I toured that school and fell in love
of
with the
course you
lab. I
did.
mean, it was like a kid in a candy shop. You saw all the pans and kitchens to work in. And yeah, so I decided that's what I was going to do. And I moved down here. I didn't know anyone. I didn't meet my roommates until the day I was moving into the apartment. And it was...
Did you know anything about Southern cooking before you came down here, or was this a revelation to
I
you?
had literally cooked grits once from my grandmother in New York with collard greens and Romano cheese, which doesn't belong in grits, but she loved them. And no, not a ton of Southern cooking. I am an Italian-German mix, but I had a ton of Italian family up in Buffalo, and so we did sauce night, on Sundays, the way you always do, the whole family. And no, but I fell in love with it when I came down here, and the biggest thing that I worked on was I kept trying pimento cheese down here and couldn't stand it, and so I worked on a recipe until I liked it, and now that's what I'm known for, is my sharp white cheddar pimento cheese.
I can't wait to taste it.
It's definitely different, but people love it.
You met your husband, and y'all both were worked in restaurant business for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you stole him away.
Yes. Well, he and I both worked for the Harper's Restaurant Group in Charlotte, uptown Charlotte. I worked for 4 of their restaurants, ended up a sous chef of 2 of them. He was the executive chef of Mimosa Grill. And we found this cute little quaint restaurant in Fort Mill and wanted to open one, but he actually stayed at Mimosa for the first year to make sure, we weren't going to fail.
So that you could continue to eat. Yes,
Right.
yes.
And when we realized that it was going to work out and we were doing well and gaining business, he left, and it's been history since then. So we've been open 3 years as of December 12th. We have opened 3 restaurants in 3 years, moved twice, and had a baby.
And you like for your restaurants to be warm and inviting.
Yes, it's especially the cafe. We just expanded that, and the biggest thing that our regulars were worried about was losing the quaintness
Yes.
of it, which I promised them we wouldn't, and we haven't. We've actually gotten complimented. But yeah, I love feeling at home. I love having a good meal, but I want everyone with young kids to be able to go out to a really nice restaurant just the same and not feel like they're...
So you
have
brought
to-
that Italian feel of the family
Yes.
in a restaurant, but with that quality of food, but with a Southern flair.
Yes, yes. And I love the communities that we are in. Rock Hill and Fort Mill both remind me of the small town that I was from in New York. And I love the camaraderie of people and helping each other out and it being competitive, but in a good way, to rise each other up instead of, I want to put him out of business, that kind of thing. So I love being there. It's great people. We have incredible regulars that I'm so fortunate to have. I love watching kids grow up, and yeah.
Well, we are going to look forward to watching your career grow up in South Carolina. Thank you so much.
Thank you.